We just got a major iPhone 15 lineup leak that shows that Apple isn't just planning on giving us another regular update in September to bring the iPhone in line with the competition, but they're actually planning on going all out and leaving everyone else in the dust. Now, what I'm specifically talking about is the battery life upgrade being better than anyone expected due to the combination of three things: the chip, the battery size, and more efficient components. So let's get right into it, starting with a new iPhone 15 lineup battery leak from IT Home claiming that the entire lineup is getting significantly larger batteries. As you can see, the regular iPhone 13 and 14 had basically the same battery size, but the new 15 will feature an 18% larger battery. The 14 Plus obviously had a much larger battery than the 13 mini, but the 15 Plus is gonna get even bigger, being 14% larger than the current model. The 15 Pro's battery is also going to be 14% bigger, and then finally, the 15 Pro Max will be 12% larger at 4,852 milliamp hours, which is actually still smaller than many of the competing flagship smartphones like the Galaxy S23 Ultra with its 5,000 milliamp hour battery. However, the crazy thing is that in various battery life test videos on YouTube, the iPhone 14 Pro Max actually beats out the S23 Ultra, even though that phone has a 15% bigger battery. In Phone Arena's recent battery life test video, the iPhone beat the Samsung in browsing by 8 minutes and YouTube playback by over 2 hours. Phone Buff's video showed the iPhone lasting 38 minutes longer in the active screen on time test, despite having the much smaller battery. And finally, JoJo's battery life test video showed the iPhone destroying a bunch of flagship Android phones, including the S23 Ultra and Pixel 7 Pro, by over an hour and 20 minutes in a real life test. So the point that I'm trying to make here is that Apple's iPhone 14 Pro Max is incredibly efficient since it's still able to beat out so many of those other phones while having a smaller battery. So just by the iPhone 14 Pro Max's battery increasing by 12% up to almost 5,000 milliamp hours, it's gonna make the new 15 Pro Max pull even more ahead of the competition. But guess what? That's only the beginning of the battery life gains for the iPhone 15 lineup, because we have more leaks to discuss, including more efficient components. First of all, one thing that's for sure is that the iPhone 15 lineup is going to be getting the new Snapdragon X70 modem, which has a huge efficiency improvement over the current X65 modem in the iPhone 14 lineup. Because of its new 5G PowerSave Gen 3 technology, the X70 will apparently be up to 60% more efficient than the X65, which will greatly help battery life while using 5G data. Going further, Taiwan's Economic Daily News leaked a big display upgrade for the iPhone 15 lineup a couple of months back, stating that the iPhone 15s will be using a more power-efficient OLED display driver chip that's based on 28 nanometer tech instead of the current 40 nanometers, basically reducing power consumption of the display, which is probably the thing that drains the most battery life on an iPhone, especially with high brightness. And that's not all, because according to Ming-Chi Kuo, the iPhone 15 lineup will come with a brand new upgrade to the ultra-wideband chip, which will be built on a more advanced 7 nanometer process compared to the current 16 nanometers to once again reduce power consumption. So now we have efficiency improvements for the display, the ultra-wideband chip, and the 5G modem components, but now we've got to talk about the chips. But first, I've got to give a shout out to our partner Caseku for their Magic Stand case, which is the best value case you can get since it's very rugged, high quality, and stylish, while also featuring magnets for all of your MagSafe accessories. But making it even better, the MagSafe ring is actually on a hinge that works as a finger grip and a stand at a variety of different angles for things like watching videos or even taking photos. So go ahead and check out the discount info and link down in the description below. Now, as we already know, the regular iPhone 14 and 14 Plus are currently still using the A15 Bionic chip, and with the corresponding 15 models, they're finally gonna get the A16, which is definitely a decent improvement in efficiency. But on the 15 Pro models, that's where we're gonna see a massive difference, which is why I keep telling people to plan on upgrading to the Pro models because they're gonna be so much better. IT Home even reported that the 15 Pro models will start with an upgraded 256 gigs of storage as standard, which is double the amount the regular 15s will get. So keep that in mind, especially since we're expecting the price to go up. But getting back to the chip discussion, the Pro models will be getting the new A17 Bionic chip, which is gonna be a huge deal because it's gonna be the world's first chip built on TSMC's brand new 3nm process technology, which basically means that the transistors that do all of the processing inside the chip will be smaller than the current 5nm transistors. And the main point of all of that is a huge power efficiency improvement. And if you're wondering how much, well, TSMC's own chairman, Mark Liu, has said that the new 3nm process will require 35% less power while also providing better performance than the previous 5nm process. That right there is a generational leap in power efficiency improvement, especially since the A16 is already so efficient compared to the competition, and they're gonna make the A17 35% more efficient, which is crazy. Apparently, this new 3nm chip is gonna be such a big deal for performance and efficiency that Digitimes said it'll lead to upgrades on the iPhone 15 lineup, which will spark huge upgrade demand among current iPhone owners. And I believe a big part of that will be a massive improvement in battery life. And if you consider all of the other factors I've mentioned in this video, including the 12 to 18% larger battery sizes, all of the various component upgrades that are focused on using less power, and the new A17 Bionic chip built on the latest 3nm process, it seems like Apple is planning to not only give us a big battery life improvement, but to exceed expectations for battery life by so much that it'll be in a whole different league and take years for competing smartphones just to catch up to the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I'm talking battery life that's so good that some users won't even have to recharge for over 2 days straight. Just imagine how convenient that would be. And remember that video I showed you where the iPhone 14 Pro Max beat the rest of the competition in terms of battery life? Well, now imagine the iPhone lasting over 10 or 11 hours in a real world test. And the best part of all is that the battery life will be only one aspect that's getting a big upgrade this year. We're also expecting the 15 Pro models to have the thinnest bezels out of any smartphone ever. Not only that, but the most performance in any smartphone ever with the A17 Bionic chip. So with all of that said, you can probably imagine why I'm so excited for the new iPhone 15 lineup and why I'm constantly telling people to wait before upgrading their iPhone, because we only have about 2 months left to go before September, and I definitely recommend waiting. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and if you have any of your own thoughts on battery life, let me know down in the comment section below, and click the circle above to subscribe for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.